Meet HDOS Nube. His mission is simple: acquire his very own quest point cape. His only requirements: follow the path laid out for him in the optimal quest guide. And he can only use the new third-party client, HDOS. Welcome to Questing with HDOS. Today's adventure takes us to the heart of Camelot and to King Arthur. We are looking to become one of the Knights of the Round Table, but in order to do that, we must prove ourselves worthy. So Arthur has given us a task. We are to find a way to free Arthur's trusty advisor Merlin from a massive crystal he has managed to find himself encased in. Welcome to quest number 21, Merlin's Crystal. As always, please remember to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more content and to get notified when new episodes drop. I'm well on my way to my 100 subscriber goal, up to 72 now, 10 up from the last video. Thank you to my new fans. I'm going to run a little contest. If I manage to hit my 100 subscribers mark by the end of the season, which ends when the next leagues comes out, I will give away 10 mil GP or 2 bonds if you're an Iron Man to a random viewer. More details to come, if and when that goal happens. King Arthur is at a loss as to how to free Merlin, so he suggests talking to some of the knights around the castle. First stop is Sir Gawain. Sir Gawain has no clue how to free Merlin. He says they have tried everything to try and open the crystal. I ask him if he knows how it happened to begin with, and he speculates that it's the work of Morgan Le Faye, and that her stronghold is located south of the castle, guarded by some renegade knights led by Sir Mordred. I ask him if he knows the way into the stronghold, and he has no clue. Time to go see Sir Lancelot upstairs and see what he knows. Sir Lancelot tells me that there are only 2 ways into the stronghold: through the large front door or the sea entrance, which is only accessible by boat. He goes on to tell me that the stronghold receives all of their deliveries by boat from Catherby. Guess I should go down there and ask around. In Catherby, I speak to Areen and question him about his deliveries. He tells me he delivers up and down the coast. I kindly ask him if I could get a lift during one of his trips, and he states that he's not quite ready to sail yet, and that he's waiting for a big delivery of candles to deliver further along the coast. That's the clue I need to get into the stronghold. I'm going to smuggle myself as a crate of candles. How do I know that the candles are going to the stronghold? Well, I'm just that good. But first, I will need a bucket of wax for later in the quest, and the easiest way to get some is from the beehives. I'll need some insect repellent to calm the bees when I'm ready, so need to grab me some of that first. Insect repellent in hand, I grabbed me some food from the bank for the upcoming boss fight. Now it's time to hide in the crate and wait. And wait. And the ensuing conversation is quite amusing. Arriving at the stronghold, I climb out, and now it's time to go in and get some answers. Sir Mordred is on the top floor, but all throughout there are aggressive knights I need to try and avoid. On the top floor, I find my target. I may have overestimated his strength or underestimated mine, because the fight is surprisingly simple. Just before I kill him, Morgan Le Faye shows up and asks me to spare her son's life. I tell her, tell me how to free Merlin, and I just might. She agrees and tells me what I need. I will need to find a magic symbol close to the crystal. Then I will need to drop some bat bones on the symbol while holding a lit black candle. This will summon a spirit named Thrantax, and I will need to bind him with some magic words. I will also need the sword Excalibur in order to shatter the crystal when all is said and done. She tells me that Excalibur can be retrieved from the Lady of the Lake in Taverley, but states she may not give it to me. I ask her what the magic words are, and she tells me I can find them at the base of one of the Chaos Altars. Which one, she doesn't remember. Since I'm already here, might as well kill a bat for the bones I'll need. Next stop, the beehives for a bucket of wax. I need to grab a bucket off the ground, use the insect repellent on the beehive, then the bucket on the hive to get the wax. Back in Catherby, I stop by the candle maker and ask him if he could make me a black candle. He believes black candles are bad luck, but agrees to make me one as long as I bring him a bucket of wax. Luckily, I happen to have one on me. I give him the wax and he hands me the candle. I stop off at the bank real quick, grab some bread I'll need shortly, and now it's off to Taverley and the Lady of the Lake. I find the Lady of the Lake and inquire about Excalibur. She confirms that she has it and will only give it to someone who is worthy and good. I ask how am I supposed to prove such a thing, and she states she will need to set a test for me. But first, she asks that I travel to Port Sarum and go to the upstairs room of the jeweler's shop. As soon as I attempt to enter the jeweler's shop, a beggar shows up to bother me. Trust me, he's there, I'm just standing on top of him, haha. He lays on the "oh my poor family and I are starving" routine and asks for a loaf of bread. Being the generous individual that I am, I offered him a loaf that I just happened to have pulled out of my bank earlier. Lo and behold, the beggar turns into the Lady of the Lake. Who would have thought? She states that I have passed her test and hands me Excalibur. Next stop, Varrock, to check the Chaos Altar in the southeastern corner of the city. The inscription at the bottom of the altar reads, Snarthon Cantric Termonto. I need to make a mental note of these words because they are different for everybody. Now it's time to head back to Camelot and put all of this to work. I find the magic symbol I need on the east side of the castle. Now it's time to light the candle, drop the bones, and recite the magic words when the spirit shows up. Of course, just as I'm getting ready to finish up, Posty Pete has to come along. Let's take care of this random real quick. This random is somewhat easy. I need to capture Molly's evil twin sister. She looks identical right down to the outfit, and I have to pick her out of the crowd in the next room. The controls kinda suck to maneuver, and the people move around very quickly, but I managed to get her. 2 uncut emeralds. I'll take it. Now, what was I doing before I was rudely interrupted? Oh yes. I light the candle, then drop the bones, and the spirit shows up. Here's where I need to check my notes and pick out the correct order of words. These words obviously piss off the spirit, but he has to do whatever I ask. So I tell him I want to free Merlin from the crystal, and the spirit obliges. He tells me all I need to do now is smash the crystal with Excalibur and Merlin will be freed. Upstairs in Merlin's tower, I take Excalibur to the crystal and bam! Merlin is free. He thanks me profusely and tells me to go back to King Arthur for my reward. I tell Arthur of my success, and he makes me an honorary Knight of the Round Table. Quest complete! 6 quest points that time, plus Excalibur to call my own. If I'm not mistaken, this might actually be my best in-slot weapon at the moment, as well as being a requirement for the next quest. Next up is Holy Grail. That quest may be a little more challenging for the boss fight considering my current stats, but I'm confident. Remember, if you enjoyed the series, please like the video, it helps the YouTube algorithm, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. But for now, friends, the show is over. Go in peace.